Hello, Claudia. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here today. How are you doing?
Oh, great. And Diamana, it's so wonderful to speak with you. And I just am so thrilled and want to celebrate that you have become the new regional director for Africa.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to hear. It's an important step for the ICC. And another very important step for the ICC court, I should say milestone, has been reached with your pending appointment as the first female president of the ICC court, 100 years old institution. And I want to say, Claudia, it was about time, wasn't it?
It is about time. But I know I stand on the shoulders of those who came before me and certainly the generation of women who paved the way. And what a testament to the current president of the ICC court, Alexei Moore, who had the audacity to insist on gender parity of the ICC court for the first time in 2018. Diamana, we are seeing great strides in gender diversity in international arbitration, with a significant increase in the number of women appointed as arbitrator, taking leadership roles, and shaping the field. And I personally now have the pleasure of serving as an arbitrator on an all-women tribunal with two former judges. But of course, there's so much more work to be done. And yes. I want every woman interested in international arbitration, Black women, African women, Asian, Latina, Native American women, to see the possibilities. And we must be focused on diversity broadly defined, including not only gender diversity, but race and ethnicity, geographic diversity, age and socioeconomic diversity, and importantly, disability inclusion. Let me give a quick shout out to Jennifer Nikoro, a young arbitration lawyer in Nigeria who is the founder of Life Beyond Disabilities, who I know is attending today. You know, something as simple as asking during a case management conference whether there are any disability inclusion issues that we need to consider can have a huge impact. We can't be afraid to reconsider the ways in which we've operated in the past. It's everybody's responsibility. It's a key priority for me. And you can expect some very significant initiatives in this regard during my during my term as president of the ICC court.
Thank you very much, and I could not agree more with the importance at a moment like the case management conference at the outset of a case to, put on the table any issues related to potential disability and show that the arbitration field is an open one and does not discriminate. I 100% follow you there. I want to say congratulations again, Claudia, on your nomination. Many would say that this is the greatest accomplishment for anyone pursuing a career in international arbitration. Now, I'm a bit curious, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Please share with us, if you want, a fun fact that defines Miss Claudia Salomon beyond the title.
I am a Pilates devotee and I love bike riding. Nice. The last trip my husband and I took before the pandemic was a self-guided tour in Hokkaido, the northernmost island in Japan. It's an area known as the playground of the gods, full of volcanoes and lavender fields. But I'm very slow. So it's good I pursued a career in international arbitration rather than, bike racing.
Well, I don't know about you being slow, but that bike trip you're describing in Japan, it makes me completely dream. But I can say that you definitely made the right choice by going to international arbitration, and that's not a comment towards your biking abilities. Now, I mean, we're here for the Africa Regional Conference, Arbitration Conference, and of course, I want to hear about your plans for ICC arbitration and dispute resolution in general. One thing that we've heard the current president of the ICC court, Alexis Moore, tell us over the past few weeks is that he feels he's leaving the court in a better place than where he found it 6 years ago. I have absolutely no doubt that we will be able to say the same when the time comes to look back on your presidency. But for now, I guess the question to you, Claudia, is to know what are your plans for the ICC court for the next 6 years?
Let me give you 2 words: client mindset. My focus is assuring that international arbitration has a client mindset. So what do I mean by that? When I was a first-year lawyer, more than 25 years ago, we were told that we needed to respond to client emails or calls within 2 hours. We were given that rule to create a culture of responsiveness. And during the last 25 years, the legal industry has gone through a major transformation to focus on client service, to meet and exceed client expectations. And we now need to assure that the parties in an arbitration can engage meaningfully with the arbitration process so that they can actively assess risk and assure that the arbitration experience better conforms to and exceeds their expectations. We know parties don't want an arbitration. They want to resolve their dispute. And better yet, they would prefer to avoid a dispute or at least contain it as much as possible. It's that fence at the top of a cliff, as Richard Susskind says, rather than an ambulance at the bottom. Technology gives us entirely new ways of helping business resolve their disputes or prevent them altogether. And that is especially important for SMEs who need tools to resolve their disputes faster and cheaper. So we will prioritize predictability, transparency, and efficiency so we can deliver a high quality experience for the parties at every point throughout the process, ensuring that the micro and macro interaction is a positive one. Diamana, I believe a party will choose ICC because they feel a connection to the ICC, that the ICC reflects their values, that they recognize the ICC as an essential business partner when a dispute arises. And they can turn to the ICC to help them get out of a crisis and get back to business. Africa, is home to some of the world's fastest growing economies, and ICC is committed to growing our presence in the region and further supporting private sector growth and development. We want to strengthen the international arbitration community and the business community in Africa.
Yeah, I'm sure your words really resonate with everyone listening to us today, especially from Africa. And when you talk about the importance of providing the tools to the small and medium enterprises to, not only engage in international business, but with that engagement, be able to resolve their disputes, to anticipate them. I think it really speaks to a lot of people today with us. And speaking about the African continent, we were all very excited to see the result of the latest Queen Mary study on international arbitration, which has once again rated the ICC arbitration as the preferred institution of clients, talking about client mindset. And one thing that I really take pride in and is that 79% of the African respondents to that survey have vouched for our services, saying that this is their preferred method for resolution of disputes. So the question that I will have for you, and that will be the last one today, is will the ICC court expand in the coming years on the African continent with hopefully a presence there?
I am confident we will.
Great. Well, I couldn't ask for a clearer answer. I thank you very much, Claudia, for taking the time to speak with us today, share your thoughts about not only arbitration in general, your plans for your presidency, but also arbitration in Africa. And I very much look forward to having you on board as a president. I can say for myself, at least for the African continent, that we will be there to make sure that every details of your plan that you have outlined for us today will become a reality on the continent. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you so much.